Okay, so we're picking up on the stanza that I asked you to have a look at that was linked to the flakes and lingering stealth. I wanted to show you some of the things that I picked up on to see if we can compare our notes. So one of the things I interpreted was this word cringe. And if you cringe away from something, either you're in fear or disgusted by something. And I thought in the context of exposure, I think that meant that they were fearful. They are afraid of this weather, especially because it snuck up on them and they're not prepared for it. And that idea of them being in holes could link to that idea of them being in, almost in their graves, essentially. They've been lost, forgotten. And I think that links to this word forgotten here. Because what's happening in this stanza here is they're stuck in this situation for so long that they now are staring off and they want to be elsewhere. They are trying to escape their own bodies and then revert into their own minds, so they're going into their own memories, which is what I put here: staring, snow-dazed. They want to be elsewhere. They're trying to get lost and think about something else, and if they can't move the bodies, then they're getting lost in their mind. I also underlined deep, because I think that has multiple meanings, and I've labelled that as lost. They're trying to lose themselves in their own mind and their own memories, trying to find something good. But I also think it means that they feel lost out in war, unable to communicate with anybody, maybe lost a sense of self and purpose, perhaps. And we get this juxtaposition here. Juxtaposition means opposite. So we've had these flakes and this terrible weather, but their memories take them to somewhere warmer. So this juxtaposed weather, okay, we've got the grass, sun, which is completely opposite there, and you can see, I think the poet has done it on purpose as a structural feature to put snow-dazed versus sun-dozed. I think that's quite important because those two there rhythmically match, which is a direct opposite. Okay, so they've escaped the snow and are dreaming about the sun. And we've got this idea of blossoms, so the sun, heat, blossoms, about a renewal of life, blackbirds, this sense of noise and escapism. And we look at this last line here and get that sense of melancholy. They're resigned. They think that by dreaming about these things, they're that close to death because they are dreaming about what they want or what they'd like life to be like. I think that's quite an important question there. Perhaps not rhetorical. Maybe they do mean it. So when we start looking a little bit further along here, still into their dreaming, so this is the dream section here, where they're trying to escape that idea of war, and there's lots of language that's used in here that signifies warmth. So if we have a look at how the soldiers are actually feeling, we get this adverb here, which let's put in our language colour. Slowly. Straight away is making me think that they are tired. The soldiers are tired, lost, exhausted. And again, that links to that semantic field of exhaustion all the way through this poem. You could find lots of words that link to being tired. And we get this metaphor here, our ghosts. Our ghosts drag home. And we start to wonder what ghost could refer to. Are they talking about themselves, almost not feeling real? Are they talking about memories that are see-through? Or are they talking about themselves? Does it link to this idea of dying? Yet they feel like they're not there anymore and they're therefore dreaming, or do they think that they're already dead and therefore seeing what their memories are like? And again, quite a lot of the language in here, we've got a semantic field of warmth, the theme of warmth. So if I was to go through and highlight all the warm words, we've got fires, dark red. Okay. And again, when we start talking about life, we're talking about a place where there must be warmth and happiness. There is a sense of richness, warmth. So we've got warmth from the fires, dark red, warmth, protection, expense, happiness. All these things are completely opposite to the lack of money, the lack of weather, the lack of heat that they've had earlier on in the poem. So again, this sense of escapism. And if we look at line 4 here, we've got this word that is repeated. Shutters and doors are closed. The doors are closed. So they're being kept out of it. So they're left out. And we know they're left out because they're outside, they're physically outside, their bodies are outside. Now their minds are trapping them away from not being able to get near the warmth, feeling like they can't escape. And there's that negativity there, that resigned melancholy, we're not going to survive this. So the poet's doing that on purpose, that negativity is coming through all the way through the poem, and which is why we get that repetition of dying here as well. We've got the dying at the top, and then we've got the dying in this section here as well. We turn back to our dying. Even their memories, even their hopes, and trying to remember the good times has not stopped them feeling like they can't escape. Why don't you pause the tape again and have a go at the next section here. Try and use the questions in your booklet to help you.